Sam, welcome to Podcastina.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. My first inaugural recording here in Austin.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm like so Austin. So it is funny being here and like acting like you're like, yeah, I've been here forever, 5 years. You know.
I mean, relative to me, you're a vet here.
Thank you. Well, welcome to Austin. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Me too.
It's nice to have more LA people. Not that they're, it's just friendly faces.
Yes. There's some things that is just like such a relief to me as I navigate here and I run into people, even people that I didn't know moved here. It's kind of like this beacon. Like I'm on an island and I see someone and I'm like, oh my God.
It's kind of awesome. Like, cause I don't feel that we didn't really know each other that well in LA, but I think Derek and I were saying this. It's so awesome. Derek's my husband. It's so awesome to like know someone and know they're cool, but not really know them.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, this is just what an exciting time.
It really is.
I get to find out everything, all your dirty secrets.
I'll tell you off air.
But how are you liking it?
I'm really, really enjoying it so far. I had the idea of moving here kind of bouncing around in my head for probably a couple of years. But the first couple of years, I was having this like visceral reaction of, no, fuck Austin. I hate it. It's too hot. It's this, it's that.
Those are all accurate.
Yeah. having this like intense narrative opposed to it. And then about a year ago, I came here after the fires just to like get out of LA. And it was, I think, my second or third time here. And like once again, I had a blast doing comedy here. I got way more opportunities than I was getting in LA. And it just kept getting drilled to me how easy like the quality of life is here.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I doing? I had like an epiphany and I cried about it a lot at first. But it was almost as if the choice was made for me, where I just kept getting all these signs from the universe that like I needed to be here.
Yeah. It's like incredibly hard to leave like perfect weather of California. But it's super chill here.
It's so chill here.
The vibes are good. I always say it feels like San Diego without the beach.
Oh, yeah, that's accurate.
But also it's really hot. So there's a couple things that aren't like that. And the people aren't as attractive as they are in San Diego.
They're not. I was flipping through Bumble and I'm like, ew, ew, ew.
Oh, is it really that bad?
It's not terrible, but it's definitely, I mean, my perception is so skewed from being in LA for so long.
Well, yeah, and everyone's like beautiful on purpose.
But it's good for me because I rate higher here.
That's true. That's fair. I think as a woman, that's what you want. Like, because I think with men, like, you could sacrifice something in the looks to get other stuff.
Yes, men can be ugly.
It's almost better.
Yeah.
They probably should be. Can I ask you, like, do you have an age range and stuff on your Bumble?
Yeah, so I usually go, right now I think I have it set like 33 to 45, which is probably a little like tight, maybe that 12-year window, but feels
why
good to
that
me.
window?
Because I think under 33 is probably too young for me at the stage of life that I'm at. I'm 36.
Okay, I'm 35, yeah.
And I'm also like would have loved to have a baby yesterday. Like I'm like fully ready for marriage, kids, all that stuff. So I think under 33 is probably not gonna be compatible with that. And I think over 45, for some reason, unless maybe someone is divorced or something, I feel like single men over 45 are inherently problematic. Like, what's wrong with you that you're unmarried?
Yeah. And I think they're just not in our generation anymore at that point, aren't they? Are you getting into Gen X at that?
Yeah.
I don't know what the limits are on that. But you kind of want them to be close in age.
Definitely. And I've dated much younger. There was a few years where I was dating like 5-6 years younger, not on purpose, but that's just like who ended up in my orbit. And they were like so much more polite, I feel like younger men closer to Gen Z. They were raised in kind of this like post Me Too era. So I feel like they are a little bit more considerate, not across the board, but they're just a little more like attentive to women's issues versus I think older guys are like kind of stuck in their ways in certain things and certain mentalities.
Yeah, I think that's also just age as well. Like that's just, there's no getting around it.
Yeah, women too.
We're all becoming that way. I find myself more and more intolerant every day.
Also, I've observed this within the comedy scene. I mean, I've only been out doing comedy here since like last Monday, so a week and a half.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm on a cruise ship as far as like running into the same people
Mhm.
everywhere, every night.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Yes. Well, also everything's so much more condensed. I mean, because there's way more spots than there are in LA,
Way
or at
more.
least there's way more available to us.
Yes.
Because in LA, like you're competing with whoever like is the A-list.
Nikki Glazer. Like, I'm not going to get a
Exactly.
spot when she's getting a spot.
Exactly. But so there's way more, what's the word? I guess middle level, or what do we call us? Whatever. There's way more options, but they're all like within a block. So even if people aren't on the show with you, they're going to be in that green room because it's like, well, I want to get up on this show, so I got to go hang out. So you just see everyone all the time, except for the people who do cap. A lot of times they hang out up there.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of far out. But then they'll come down. You pretty much see everyone all the time. And then there's only like so many women.
Yeah, which was part of my incentive to move, because I saw that a lot of women weren't moving here, like weren't making this comedy pilgrimage, if you will. And so I was like, oh, maybe it's I just saw, I'm friends with Monterey, and I saw she had moved out here like last year. And I went out to dinner with her at one point, and she was like, oh, I have 7 shows this weekend. I'm like, I haven't had 7 shows in LA since pre-pandemic.
Yeah. There's so many shows. And that would be even if you were a dude. But because there's not a lot of women, then you're like up on the list. Because everyone's like, oh, I got to have a woman on my show. And then the competition has become, well, if every show has a woman. Now it's like, well, I have to have 2 women. And now we're cooking. We're all getting up. Because if you had 2 women on every show, we're all getting up like 7 times that weekend.
Yeah, that's so true. And you run a few shows here? Or?
I co-host with people. I'm more like the I don't know. I'm a big helper. I co-host with Brian Simpson at Mothership for Bottom of the Barrel. That's the
such a good show. I got to watch it last time I was here. Yeah.
It's really fun. I haven't been there a lot lately because there's 2 shows, so I only normally do the late one after my baby goes to sleep. And then I co-host with Nikolai at King of the Creek, which is every other Wednesday. And that, ever since I had the baby, I just let him host it, and then I show up, which is the perfect situation.
Honestly, like a baby is such a great excuse to get out of stuff. That's why I want
awesome.
one too. I'd be like, sorry, baby.
Just say you have a baby.
I kind of have a furry baby.
So just be like, oh, my baby's got to go to bed at this time, or I got to get back because the baby might wake up. It's awesome.
Golden.
It's amazing. Everyone also immediately, they're like, do you want to go up right now? Like, yeah, I love that. And then I get off and I hang out. And like, I don't want to go back to my baby. But no, it's all, everyone should have a baby and do comedy. It's like really hard because I go to bed at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and then I have to wake up at 7. But beyond that, absolutely awesome.
Are you finding time to nap at least during the day? Do you sleep when she sleeps?
I sleep when she sleeps. People say to do that. I do it. Or I watch my show. I bring my phone with me and I lay with her.
What is your show?
Oh, I've watched so many shows since she's been born. It's so many shows I've forgotten that I've watched them. Right now I'm watching The Diplomat on Netflix. Okay. Carrie Russell, Felicity. But Bridgerton, new season is coming out. I gotta watch that.
For some reason, I can't get into period pieces. I want to.
Have you watched any of it?
No, I haven't.
It's not as period as you think it is. Okay. I mean, it is. It's still, they're going to talk that way. But the way it's colored, it's all like really bright. It's like a Shondaland production. So.
Oh, and I love Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, so I'll probably
it's very sex driven.
Yeah.
I mean, like a lot, like almost a little more scandalous than I would be comfortable with, but just enough that I'm like, I can watch this, and in front of my husband. But the best show I've watched, God, I love television.
Oh, me too.
I think it's like a real problem because I stopped drinking and smoking, and then I was like, I have to fill the void, and I just binge so heavily on TV. Just any series. I watched all of The Walking Dead after my daughter was born.
Nice.
That's 11 seasons. It's so good. It's maybe the best thing I've ever watched.
Television is such an effective, good numbing tool. Like, it's definitely my go-to also. And it can be detrimental because I feel like I owe myself a little bit of TV time before bed. So even if I'm getting home really late, I'm still gonna pop it on and like veg out for a bit because my nervous system just
I
like
know I want to
needs
just
it.
chill and I don't want to think.
Yes.
The less thinking, the better.
That's why I love reality TV so much.
People try to get me into reality TV. I just
It's certainly not for everyone. And there's like different shows. There's shows that some people love that I can't get into.
What's your show?
Housewives of Salt Lake City is my absolute favorite.
Why Salt Lake?
They're the craziest.
Wow.
They're the best. It's like not Grammy, it's like Emmy quality. It's
Oh wow.
phenomenal. Like the shit that they say to each other is so unhinged. And then just like the characters in the show. This isn't even an important storyline anymore, but it was like the first and second seasons. But there's this woman on it named Mary Cosby who leads a church there, a Pentecostal church, and she's married to her step grandfather. Come here.
How does that even
I
did you just like go into this knowing you wanted to watch this specific Housewives, or did you watch all of them and then you got really into
I
this?
was watching a bunch of them. I've been a long time Beverly Hills fan because I just like also love B-roll and like watching anything LA based.
Yeah.
And then I had also been like a Jersey fan and a New York fan for a while. And then everybody was like, you have to watch Salt Lake City. It just started getting like all of this buzz. And then I started watching it and I was like, I am hooked. It is so good. They are so batshit insane.
Do you have like a favorite character?
Oh gosh. I think who I like the most on there is Heather Gay, who's just like the most kind of sane one of the crew.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
You like the sane one.
I like the sane one, but I do think there's just ones that there's this woman on there, Lisa Barlow, who is the most delusional person you will ever watch on television.
Yeah.
She was talking about how she's friends with Ben Affleck, and then somebody just interviewed Ben Affleck, and he's like, I don't mean to be rude, but I have no idea who that is.
That's so funny. I love that. See, I like all. I think if I got into these, I would like all the terrible people,
Yeah.
like the really insane people.
And when she gets mad, she blinks a lot. It's like a weird nervous
Oh,
tremor of
wow.
hers. So it's like kind of fun to just see her freaking out and like blinking at a million miles a minute.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. So you watch that every night?
I wish I could watch it every night. It's only once a week and it's only right now.
Oh, you're
it's-
like up to date and everything.
I'm up to
Yeah.
date, yeah. But I did just rewatch the first couple of seasons just because I was like, oh, I haven't seen these. It's time to catch up.
You gotta run it back. You
I
have to know
know.
all the details.
What are
Right.
you looking forward to right now?
Like career wise?
Just life-wise,
Oh,
career-wise.
life-wise. I like that. I'm looking forward to the spring. I like the summer. What am I looking forward to? Well, I'm looking forward to getting up more. I feel like I've been doing pretty well since I had the baby.
Mhm.
I go out like 2 or 3 nights a week for sure, and I probably get like 5 spots a week. So I mean, like LA terms, that's great.
Yeah.
But here, like 5 spots, it's like, oh, I could be doing 10 a week. Oh, I'm losing it. Oh, I'm gonna lose my touch. But I'm looking forward to getting up a lot because I feel like sometimes, I'll take like big breaks because, my husband will be out of town. I have to, take a night off or a couple nights in a row off. And I'm like, oh, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Who am I?
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to that. But then at the same time, I'm kind of excited about like this new chapter in my life. And we talk about, my daughter walking for the first time and really looking forward to her talking.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be really annoying, but
No,
also,
you'll
I mean,
love it.
sometimes it'll be a much, a little. I was a nanny for many years, and I like it would be better if they don't talk. But it'd be nice to communicate,
Mhm.
certain things. But mostly the summer.
Mhm.
I'm mostly looking forward to getting back to swimming. I like to swim laps.
Oh, that's very cool. Were you like a team swimmer growing up?
No, I started when I was in LA at
Oh, nice.
the Y, and I was like, this is awesome. I hate working out, but I can like swim for hours.
That's honestly the trick to fitness, is just finding something that you enjoy, so you don't feel like you're working out. You just feel like you're doing something for your soul, and
Yeah. I
the
like to
fact that it's
zen out.
active. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll swim for an hour, like at least 3 times a week. We had a gym, but now we're not. It's too far away. It's inconvenient.
Well, at least the one here is decent.
The one here is good. And then the pool will be warm in the summer, so I'll swim there. And then I want to get back to doing yoga. I'm looking forward to yoga.
Ooh, what kind of yoga?
I do hot yoga.
You're brave.
You've ever done it?
I've done it. There was a phase where I was doing it a lot. And then a few years ago, I was going to hot yoga and I was having to like tap out because I was about to pass out.
Yeah.
But then I got really into sauna last year. So I wonder if I would do better now.
I love sauna.
Me too. I'm so sad there's no sauna here.
Oh, dude. Yeah. So like the one Derek talks about it all the time, how we need a sauna here and a hot tub. I need a hot tub.
Yep.
Cold plunge sauna.
I know, that would be terrific.
There's a couple places around that have them, but like the cost is ridiculous. They have all these like sauna cold plunge clubs, and they like want you to pay like $100 a week, not a week, a month, but $100
Still
a
too
month
much.
just for sauna and cold plunge.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
it is crazy.
Get really mad. So wait, so you don't sauna do you anymore, or are you gonna get a gym membership?
Well,
somewhere to sauna?
I'm gonna have to get a gym membership because my last building, I was really spoiled. We had a sauna in the gym, and so I got to be in it like 3-4 days a week.
Yeah,
and I built up like a pretty good tolerance.
How long do you stay in for?
Usually about 17 or 18 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you
But
get
if
in
it's
the
too
pool
hot,
after?
I like can't do more than like usually 9 or 10 if it's like closer to 200 degrees. But if it's like in the 150 range, I can definitely do about 15 to 20 minutes.
Do you just sit, or do you do like stuff?
I have special headphones that I don't care if they're going to get ruined if they're in there.
Nice.
They're like waterproof headphones I mean, they're cheapies. They're $20. So if they get ruined over time, I can just buy a new pair. So I'll listen to music while I'm in there.
That's awesome. We got to get a sauna here. We should petition.
I know. We petition, or I wonder if they would allow for one on the balcony.
I've seen people
Costco
with
ones.
those with the not the wooden ones, but the fabric ones that are like tents.
Yeah, but they only go up to 135.
It's not enough.
It's not good. Not good enough. Not
We
hot
bought
enough.
one and then we ended up sending it back because we got it and we were starting to build it. I was like, I don't know if this is really nice. And then I was like, how are we gonna keep it clean? It's not wood. It's gonna soak up all of our sweat.
Oh yeah.
It really grossed me out, and then we sent it back. But one day,
I want them to get a different. There's no cable type machine in the gym. I need a machine that has like cables.
What does that mean?
You know how like a Bowflex, you can like move the cable either up and down the thing, and then that way you can do like kickbacks and yeah, it's just a better form of resistance training that I'm like missing because that's what I had. But I definitely need to just get like a gym membership here.
Yeah,
Monty, you're gonna wear the hat and you're gonna be quiet. Come here.
No.
There you go, little cowboy hat. Little cowboy Monty. Let's put it on you real quick, just for a minute. I know you hate it. There we go. Good boy.
We had this gym membership at this place called. We just got rid of it because it's so nice and I love it, but it was a little expensive and we weren't going because of the baby, so I couldn't like. And we're like, we really shouldn't be spending this money if we're not going to go. It's called Lifetime Fitness.
They
love
have them
Lifetime
everywhere. Fitness.
It's so good. It's so crazy. Like you're there and you're like, I can't believe I'm spending this much money on the gym, and you're in there, you're like, totally worth it. Every moment of this is worth it.
Yeah, I would go to the one in Ohio because my family goes there.
Yeah,
and it's 2 stories, and they have a pickleball court and a rock climbing thing, and like all the equipment you could ever dream of. I love it.
Well, they have a really nice one here. I think they have 2. They might have one up north, but the one south of here is the one we were going to. It's like it was like just a little too far. It was 17 minutes, so like I would have to go, and then Derek would be like, "You need to come back," and so it was just like I'd end up spending more time traveling there and not getting as much time out of it.
Yeah,
but that's awesome. There's also like an LA Fitness. There's not a lot of good gyms close by.
That's upsetting.
Like within 10 minutes. I want it to be 10 minutes or less.
Yeah, I would love that. I know there's a Gold's downtown, and I know they have a sauna.
Oh, they have a sauna there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So that might
that's
be the
pretty
move.
close. That's within 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Parking downtown.
They have a garage, and you get validated.
Okay, that's not bad. I might have to do that. And Gold's is pretty affordable.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. Were people giving you like weird health advice while you were pregnant? Because I feel like people just love to bombard pregnant women with weird, unasked for opinions.
No, I feel like I get more advice now that I've had the baby.
Oh.
Lots of like, you should do this with her, or she should have this, or both sets of grandparents are constantly trying to make me give my baby like medications for things. Like I'll be like, oh, she's teething. Why don't you give her this thing? And it's like, because she's not even a year old, and I don't want to like just put drugs on her gums.
Yeah.
Like they're telling me not to use chamomile yet. You know, like I'm just going to use this synthetic thing. I don't know. So you know, and not that I wouldn't give my baby. I mean, if the doctor said to give the baby drugs, I would give the baby drugs.
Of course, yeah.
I guess.
But that's different than hearing it from non-medical.
No, they're just constantly telling me what to do and like, oh, you need to feed them this and, you know, do this. And also then, you know, like your algorithm's telling you everything that you need to do as well. Apparently I need to be feeding my baby a stick of butter before bed if I want her to sleep. That's a big push. Yeah. They're like, they'll be like, here's, if you want your baby to sleep through the night, eat half of avocado, half a stick of butter and an egg. And I'm like, my baby barely touch any of that.
First of all, the fat content of that.
Apparently it helps them sleep. A fat is, you know what else? My algorithm is very, it's a little on the flat earth side of things. I'm not a flat, I just really enjoy it. It's like, that's my Real Housewives is the people in the comments on the flat earth. It's exciting and it's fun. And I don't know if they're right. I've never been in Antarctica. So I read a lot of that stuff. So then also that means that all my health stuff is like, oh, you need to be eating more meat and more fat and chicken livers. And your babies, just give them a leg of chicken. And it's like, oh, okay. I don't know. She doesn't want to eat anything.
And they want her to go keto already.
Yeah, they want the babies to all be keto. Like, and I'm like, I can barely stay keto, you know? I don't know. Do people give me advice when I was pregnant? I wish people gave me more advice when I was pregnant. I complain about things and they're like, yeah, that was the reaction. Yup, you're fat. Deal with it. There's anyone listening who's pregnant. Did you know that you can lactate before you've had your baby?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. So apparently you can collect your colostrum is like the stuff that comes out before you start producing milk. You can start collecting that before you've even had the baby, like a couple weeks ahead of time. You can start doing that. And then you save it for the baby and it's like really good for them. It's like concentrated golden, like amazing milk that like if they get sick, you can give them the colostrum. No one told me that I could be collecting that. So my baby's born. I kind of collected some colostrum. And then I have no colostrum to give her. And everyone's like, why weren't you collecting it before you had the baby? I'm like, no one said anything. I didn't even know my boobs would do that. Here I am just sleeping on them in pain.
This is related to that. I just saw a video. I learned about the mammary line. You know about this?
No, I'm sure it's something I should know.
Oh, God. It's the medical term is mammary line, but it's also called a milk line. Apparently, our milk lines start like in our armpit.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like all these, and it goes all the way down to your groin. And like 1 to 6% of women will grow extra nipples. That milk will come out of their armpit or like down here, or like there's 2 of those points in the groin.
Wow. Well, yeah, it's all part of your lymphatic system. I know that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you could grow extra nipples. My baby keeps trying to, like, if I don't have my boob out in time, she'll like latch onto my stomach. So I wonder if that's
one of the lines.
One of the lines. She's like, I know that. I know there's milk in here.
But it's like the way that a cat and a dog has like so many different nipples. Like we can just sprout extra nipples. I saw it on TikTok and a woman was like, I don't want to show you guys, but I have an extra nipple in my armpit now that came out like after I had my baby.
And it's there forever?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, I can't imagine it would just like recede. Where's it going to go?
I don't know. We'll see when you have a baby, your nipples get really big. Like I already had big, and I already big areolas, and now they got even bigger, and they like get really dark. Like,
I know that. Yeah,
and it's crazy because now that had the baby and we've been breastfeeding, they've slowly shrunken back, which is weird because you just assume that it's like, well, it looks like nipple there, and then it's not.
Huh.
So I wonder if over time we stop producing it would like slowly go away.
Women's bodies are so amazing. I
We're
went from
animals.
being like a feminist to being just a female supremacist, like real quick.
Oh yeah. I mean, men are important because you're like, I don't want to go to war. Or
but
really
also if it was
reach
just
for
women,
high
there wouldn't
things.
be wars.
That's true. There wouldn't be wars. There would just be secret wars, shadow wars.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of like just faces being made at each other. Like, oh, is that what you wore today, Israel? And then that would be it. That would be the whole thing. The Middle East problem, done.
Done. Yeah. Just some shade being
just
thrown.
some shade.
No, it's not. I don't like hate men. We need them certainly, but I'm just so enamored with like even women that don't have babies. I had a guest on the podcast who's like a metaphysical kind of spiritual gal, and she does like readings and teaches people to like tap into their psychic stuff. And she said this in a way that resonated with me so much. She goes, women are just walking around with a spirit portal inside them. And I'm like, oh my God, yes. And I hadn't thought of it that way, that like we just walk around with this portal, our uterus, that just like brings souls into the world.
That's why they're so freaked out about us.
I know.
They can't handle it. We're crazy. And it's like, I'm sorry, I have a connection to the universe you don't have.
Like everyone is here because of a woman.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. Like all of your, like there's so much like about your genetic line that is only passed through the women too. I don't know. Most of the stuff I'm repeating from TikTok videos as well. So I don't want to act like I know things. I just watch a lot of reels. But yeah, I think there's definitely, that's part of like the power struggle between men and women is we have this connection to the universe, but I need them to do physical things that I can't do or I don't want to do, more importantly. And I think they get upset because they're like, oh, I'm doing all the physical hard work. It's like, in a work situation, the boss makes all the like the big moves and stuff, but there's someone below the boss doing all the bullshit, which is a lot harder. And what I'm saying is women are the boss.
Yes.
And I'm sorry that you guys have to lift heavy things and reach up high. But, eat us out.
Yeah. It's all we're asking.
That's all we're asking.
It's keto. Come on.
Yeah, it did. Duh. Am I not supposed to say stuff like that? I don't know.
No.
Is it too sexy?
Not at all. Not at all. This is very...
Am I being bleeped?
No.
Do you ever think about like, because you're like, oh, I'm a woman supremacist. Have you ever considered being with a woman?
I wish that sexuality was a choice.
That's
I
fair.
really
That's
do.
fair.
I really do. I probably would have, if I could have. I've like kissed girls and stuff, but sexually, I'm not there.
I mean, it's back to the eating out thing.
Yeah.
We don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm not interested. I don't even manually do anything on myself.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Do you use a toy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
Yeah. I think it's like the clean freak in me or something like I'm like, I have nails. I'm not doing that.
That's fair, I guess. I don't have nails. Nah, for me, it's always been about like, I just don't want the extra equipment around. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Carry that kind of stuff. That's so funny. You could stay outside the underwear and get a lot of stuff done, to be honest.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Have you ridden a horse?
Yeah. True.
Gosh. Men really have to think about what they're not bringing to the table. When you see a girl on a horse, it's like, it's going to be hard to please that girl. She knows what she likes.
There's a reason she's into that.
Yeah. Wow, I don't know how to segue away from that. Now I'm only just thinking about like, well, what kind of toys do you have? Show me your collection.
Okay, so this is what's bothering me here. There's some really stupid Texas things, and one of them is the inability to like access Pornhub unless you get a VPN.
Oh,
What the hell?
I mean,
Why is it so like
Well,
weirdly conservative
XNXX
here?
is still here.
Oh.
Um, which everyone was like, "Oh, Pornhub," and I was like, "Well, let's just go back to the old school stuff, pre-Pornhub, girl. It's 2008."
Me back on Tumblr looking for sexy gifs.
Yeah, just that. You know what? My Instagram's been sending me these like ads for like sexy like stories that I can read.
Oh,
like it
like
just
smut?
Yeah, like smut, but they just read them off. It's like a reel, and it's just reading it. And I at first I thought I didn't realize it was an ad, and I started reading it, and I was like, it's like the baby asleep, you know. But yeah, I guess that does suck. I don't know. I was never an exclusive Pornhub user, so that doesn't bother me. But a lot
I
of
guess
people,
I just outed myself as an exclusive Pornhub user.
no, I get it. People like the interface. It's clean.
The algorithm learns me.
Yeah, it's like, I understand. It's it's definitely the more superior choice. But dude, I was reading stuff lately. I had a college roommate that she only read her porn.
Oh.
And I was always like, what a loser. And I was reading, I was like, man, this is way hotter. Just my brain. Wow. Who knew?
There is something. So I haven't like quite gone down the rabbit hole. I think probably the closest thing to smut that I read was like, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on what it's called?
Twilight.
Twilight, right? No, Twilight was very Mormon.
Yeah.
But it was like dragons are in it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe
Oh,
I'm
I've heard of
blanking.
this one.
It's Rebecca Yoros or Yorkos or something, and I don't know why I can't remember.
I've
the
never
name
watched
of
this,
it.
but I read this, but I have heard about this.
Yeah,
People are into that.
they're decent, but it does get like quite sexual for sure. Where I was like, oh, I shouldn't be reading this at work. I'm a little turned on sitting at my desk answering the phone.
The problem with smut is you have to find the sexy parts. You got to read the whole thing, and they should just consolidate it. Get straight to the, just right to it. Because I've never like when I want to like get off. I'm never like, oh, I want the plot first.
Right.
You know, I'm like, no, I'm already there. Let's just finish it off. Especially you. You have toys.
I know.
Not much more that needs to be done.
Yeah.
You just plug it. You just make sure your batteries are working. I know it's so funny, the idea that they should be plugged in.
Yeah, that's so funny. No, I've never had to plug in anything.
I don't think they make them, but they should. Yeah. It's so funny to have it plug in.
Like, don't move too far.
No.
You gotta get an extension cord.
Yeah. Just a wire coming out of your bed.
I think that's the other thing that kind of ties into the female supremacy idea, is that in general, we have like much richer imaginations. So that's why we can like read our porn, and they generally don't go that way.
That's true. I find also in regular sex, I need to kind of create some sort of fantasy as well.
Yeah.
Even if the other person isn't a part of it, there should be some sort of and this is kind of like how you know that the patriarchy's really in our brains. There has to be some kind of fear involved. There has to be an element of like, oh my God, am I gonna die or will I come? Like, fear is so hot.
There is something about that. I mean, we can get
it's so messed
even
up.
Suffocate. Like even the amount of times that I've had to be like, get off my hair, because I feel like my head's about to get ripped off like a bobblehead.
Yeah, there's it's because also, how do you communicate that? Like, be in my brain, like know exactly how much pain I want.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, I don't want to have to say it. I don't want to be like, ow. Yeah, I think that we'll get past that once they do like the implants.
I can't have that.
I know I wouldn't do that.
I can't have that at all. I have so many terrible like OCD type intrusive thoughts. I would like nobody would want to be around me all the time.
Oh, well, do you think it would just share automatically?
That's my fear. My fear would be that someone would have access to thoughts that I didn't want them to have. Because I have like inside Tourette's. Like my brain will come up with Tourette's type horrible thoughts, but I just have a filter so I know not to like say those things or let those things really like embed themselves as actual opinions. But if there was some kind of brain reading chip in my head, I would have to live on an island by myself.
I'm really interested in what's going on in there. How many like Tourette's thoughts have you had about me today?
None.
Oh, that's nice. Do you think in words?
I think so. Yeah.
Because that's like a whole debate. Is like if people think online.
I mean, I also think in images. I can like
Yeah.
daydream very vividly. What about you?
Honestly, I don't think I think at all much. I do. I used to think this is what I remember vividly, like in my 20s and like teenage years, thinking in words and thinking like real extensively on things. And now I normally don't really go too deep into thought unless I'm asked,
Mhm.
and then I have to think about it. But I am so it's so interesting to me people who do think all the time because I don't know what happened. Um, Someone just thought I was being weird about it, but when I used to go to therapy in college and I had like intrusive thoughts, and my she told me to like snap your rubber band every time you had like a negative thought, like
Oh,
it's sort of like
negative
beating
reinforcement.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little BDSM. And then I stopped having negative thoughts. I guess it worked. And
That's remarkable.
it's stupid. And now I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I can't imagine still having thoughts like that. But then I guess I'll have negative thoughts like every once in a while, like really dark thoughts. And I'm like, I reject that.
That's the thing that I have. I'll have like these crazy thoughts, and it's pretty common. And it is also a symptom of OCD, which I absolutely have. Um, like, driving on a bridge and being like, what if I just drove off this fucking bridge right now? I have like thoughts like
Yeah, I
that. I have
have
like fucked
those.
up thoughts. Or like if I leave him with somebody, even though it's always a trusted person, if someone like doesn't answer a text, like my anxiety starts building. And
Yeah.
my intrusive thought is going, well, he's dead. Something happened. There was an
You go
accident and
straight
they
to
don't want to
dead.
tell you. Yeah, it always goes to something like really intense.
Oh man. Y'all have sometimes like that, but then I catch myself and it really freaks me out because I'm like, oh, I don't want to invest in this.
Mhm.
Because then if it did happen, it's like I did it. I'm like really freakish
That's how I feel too,
about,
because I'm
yeah.
so into manifesting and like law of
Exactly.
attraction.
And I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't want to manifest some negativity.
Yeah. I fear that. I think that's why. And then it gets a little cyclical, and it's not as bad as it used to be because I've done so much therapy and so much like work on observing my thoughts and like separating myself from them and kind of viewing them as their own thing, like
Yeah.
entity separate of me. So that helps, but it still happens sometimes, like the little I'll trail off into that obsessive intrusive thinking, and then I have to like do work to pull myself out of it. Whereas before I used to spin out and be in it for a long time and it would like ruin my whole day. Now I can be like, "Oh, you're having anxiety, you're having terrible thoughts, like let's do something to pull out of this. Let's like go on a walk or meditate or do something."
That's the best thing about your 30s. Is you've
It
learned that
is.
about
Yeah,
yourself.
you get it together.
You're like, I can handle life.
No,
Do you
really.
have other OCD symptoms? Is that something?
A little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm very open about it. It's funny because my former roommate, she is a psychiatric nurse. So
Oh my
like that's what
gosh.
she literally just like diagnoses things.
Oh.
I had gotten diagnosed with OCD back when I was a kid. I was like a preteen, and it had a very physical manifestation, which was that I needed things to feel even on both sides of my body. If like I knocked my left elbow, I would have to knock my right elbow so that like it
Whoa.
felt equilibrium. And thankfully that went away. I think like
Did you notice it like that's what you were doing, or would it just happen
yeah, I noticed
subconsciously?
it, and it was like such a compulsion that I was like, this seems problematic and not normal. Like, I absolutely need to examine this. And thankfully that went away. But it
Mhm.
was like very intense when I was like probably 10 or 11. And then I've just kind of always had a little bit of intrusive thoughts, which is like an OCD thing. And then I also have these weird environmental things where it's like once something has a home in my space, it like has to be there or I
Okay.
go crazy. And so when
That's
I've
kind of
had
like traditional what
yeah,
you
it's
think of.
traditional OCD for sure. So like with different roommates, like with my last roommate, she was very type B and I'm pretty type A. So I would come home and things would be like out of their place. Like she would have just made matcha or something and
Mhm.
like have shit out on the counter and I'm like, "No, I got to put all this stuff away right
Oh
away."
my gosh.
So I just impulsively start like wiping down the counter and putting things back and like really wanting spaces to be. It's okay if I make a mess, but if somebody else makes a mess in my space, I have to take care of it immediately.
I feel that so much. It's like I could have the biggest mess in it as long as it's all mine. But if
Uh-huh.
anyone else does it, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I hate this person.
Are you and Derek, how are your like cleanliness compatibilities?
We've kind of met in the middle.
That's good.
I used to be much cleaner and he used to be much dirtier. and now we're at a nice, healthy medium.
Nice.
Honestly, he's become the cleaner one. like I also have OCD. I've never been diagnosed, but like I'm like a picker. Like I pick my face. Super gross.
too.
I pick
No,
the
I
bottom
pick
of my
too.
feet.
Yeah.
Don't look at them.
I pick my scalp.
Oh yeah, it's
It feels
just
good.
it feels great. Oh, don't give me a Q-tip.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be in the bathroom. So yeah, I definitely have like problems like that, and I used to be a little bit weirder about the house being clean.
Mhm.
It kind of ramped up, honestly. Also, when I was pregnant, it wasn't
Oh, I'm
as bad,
sure.
and then it came back. But now it's just like I don't care. And he'll be so funny. Because he'll clean up, and he's like, "You left this out," and I'm like, "I guess you're better than me now." I guess the student has become the master.
Do you think you care less because you're just like busy with motherhood, or is it like just a
I think I'm
result of
messier.
chilling out?
Because I would care more about his mess, but
Mhm.
because I'm messier, I'm like, do what you want. I don't give a shit. I can't dust my blinds, so nothing else matters now. Because if I had the time to dust the blinds, the whole house would be clean. But because I cannot do the one thing that really bothers me, I'm like, it's a mess. It doesn't matter. Everything's ruined. I live in a dust hole. I don't know if yours will get, because I don't feel like anyone else's gets as dusty as ours. Ours are so dusty.
No, it feels like it's dusty. I think these floors are so dark that everything shows, and so I've been sweeping like a madman.
Yeah. We have one of those vacuums that has the light at the bottom of it. And when I vacuum,
I want
I'm like,
one.
I see it, and you can like really see it. And you're like, oh, this is so gross. I can't believe I let it go this long.
I saw this thing on TikTok that I've been really trying to implement. I mean, I usually am like cognitive when air feels stuffy and trying to like
Yeah.
open a window and stuff, but I heard it referred to as burping the house.
Oh, I've seen that too. I do that.
And now I'm like, oh, time to burp the house.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll just open up all the windows. I'll pull the bed sheets down so they get aired out too.
Smart.
Yeah, I'm all about that because the house is disgusting. It's actually not that bad considering there's a baby. Just when I cook, that's the biggest part. Is like, yeah, like I'll cook and I'm like, I don't have time to clean this up. I'm too exhausted.
Well, if you already cooked,
exactly.
Yeah, it's a big chore.
But our agreement is I do the kitchen cleaning and he does the laundry. And I feel like it would be wrong to change that now because we have such a positive interaction about our situation. I never bother him about the laundry. He never bothers me about the kitchen. So if things go long or short, it's done. And we're both happy. I don't have to fold clothes.
That's a good arrangement.
It's awesome. And normally he does the laundry every day.
Oh, wow.
So I have clothes to wear every day. It's awesome. Biggest if you want to get married, marry someone who do your laundry. Because I used to ask him to do the dishes and he just, it would never happen. And it would drive me nuts. And then I'd do the dishes and I'd be mad. And I was like, well, just do the laundry. And then we don't have to be mad at each other. Mostly, I don't have to be mad at you. You were never mad at me.
It's an equitable, because there's so much laundry when you have a baby.
She poops all the time. It gets out of what are the point of diapers if they don't keep the poop inside them?
Great question.
I don't understand.
Snuggies? Is that
Yeah.
Snuggies? What is it?
There's one called, we use Pampers.
Pampers. That's
but there's another one. It's like Snug. Something like that. We also had these like fancy ones, the Coterie. Have you seen those?
No.
You wouldn't. You don't have a kid. You have to order them online. I guess you can get them at like fancier grocery stores. They're like the nice. I know that they're nice because there's a Justin Bieber music video with his baby in it, and that baby is wearing coteries. So they're like the swag kind. I've seen pictures of John Mulaney's baby in coteries. It's like rich people buy them.
Of, like,
yeah, and they're like just clean. It's just white and it just says coterie. There's no like Disney prints on them. So you know that they're fancy. We have those as well. They were a gift. We get like a subscription. But those are the ones that leak the most poop. It's so annoying. They are really nice and they look really cute. And I think sometimes they don't leak the poop, but like, you know, like every once in a while, it just, maybe it's her body shape. Like maybe she got just too much booty or something. I don't know. It's for like, like little like white people's babies with their skinny butts.
It's for Justin Bieber.
It's for Justin
And
Bieber's
Hailey's
baby. Yeah,
baby,
their
yeah.
baby, clearly no butt. My baby, big ass, poop comes out.
So you were saying
I don't know why I got there. You're like, so let's get back to other stuff.
No, I could talk about that stuff. I'm really interested in that. Have you told your like birthing story?
Like on a podcast, no.
If you don't want to, don't.
I will. I haven't done a podcast since I had the baby. You asked me to do it. I was like, oh, that's so exciting. I get to leave the house for who knows how long. I just talk. Now I have. It was 27 hours.
Is that average or is that
Apparently that's pretty standard for the
Okay.
first time.
Yeah.
I had my baby at home.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in our apartment
Oh my god.
on our bed.
Oh my god.
I know, it was planned. It wasn't like it
Mhm.
happened. We had a midwife and a
Yeah.
doula.
That's so cool.
It was really cool. I mean, like it hurt a lot.
Of course.
Because you know what's crazy is I will tell you, I was like, oh, it's so beautiful because I don't remember it at all.
Mhm.
And then Derek will be like, do you remember when you were like yelling at me? Or you remember when you snapped at the nice lady that was helping you? Or I know that at some point I told him, I was like, I never that was a chant I kept saying when I was having the baby. I never have to do this again. I never have to do And then immediately after I'm like, we have to have like 5 more babies. No, it hurt a lot.
Not to interrupt, but that's actually a evolutionary biological mechanism that
It
your
is.
brain forgets how painful it was so that you will have another one.
Yeah, you're like flooded with oxytocin
Mhm.
and just so much love and sleep deprivation. And you're so tired that you're like, certainly childbirth wasn't as bad as how tired I am.
Yeah.
That's the reality, because I'm like, oh, if I could just do it again and not have to do the first 3 months of not sleeping,
Mm.
I think I would. And then Derek's like, I don't know, you really didn't like giving birth. I'm like, I don't remember that. I just remember not sleeping. So I started getting contractions. I couldn't sleep the night before. We were watching To Kill a Mockingbird, the black and white version. I've read the book millions of times, never watched the movie. Great movie. And I started getting contractions, and then I could barely sleep. But they weren't that bad in the beginning. It felt bad. You're
Mhm.
just like, when you have a cramp and there's like a piercing feel in a
Yeah.
it's like that every like who knows how long, sometimes every 10 minutes. My contractions went from 10 to 3 back to 7 and
Wow.
back. I was all over the place. So that was like at like 2 or 3 in the morning. I kind of slept, and then at 7 I was in so much pain. Derek was like worried. He called the doula. She came over. We walked outside, and she's like, well, you're not going to have the baby for a while. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And they're like, well, your water hasn't broken. And then my water didn't break until 5 o'clock that
Wow.
evening. And I was like, okay, thank God. Certainly I'm going to have the baby soon.
Mhm.
And
was this like close to your due date?
yeah, it was almost exactly. I think it was like 3 days before.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think I was due on my brother's birthday. 'Cause my brother's the 24th of May and my baby was born on the 20th. So, and all this is really interesting. Sorry, I'm all over the
No, I
place. I
love
can't
this.
tell a straight story. I'm a woman. I couldn't, my water didn't break. And for, like the first started getting contractions. So probably like a good almost 12 hours, my water didn't break. And it didn't break until I called my mom and apologized for us not talking since Christmas. We'd gotten in
Whoa.
this kind of dramatic fight, and I was like, fine. And I was like, I'm not going to talk to you. And I kind of
Mhm.
assumed she would at some point cave and talk to me because I was pregnant. And she never did. And so, I mean, like, I'm having contractions. I'm in so much pain. I'm like, I have to call my mom. And I called, and I didn't want to talk to her, actually. I just wanted to, like, get it off my chest.
Uh-huh.
And I sent her a voice memo, and I'm, like, clearly crying. And I left this voice memo apologizing. I'm like, I don't care about who was right or who was wrong. The fight was about, not that this is important, but it was Christmas Day. We wanted to watch, my parents are divorced. We wanted to watch the football game at my dad's. We're going to my mom's house. We're like, we're going to leave early to go back to watch the football game at my dad's. And she's like, well, if you're not going to stay for the football game, don't come at all. So we didn't come at all. And that was the whole fight.
Wow.
Which sounds really petty a year later. So that we hadn't been talking ever since then.
Mm-hmm.
And so I call her and I leave the voicemail like, I'm so sorry. It doesn't matter who was right or who was wrong. We should not be talking to each other, and I'm kind of like in tears leaving this voicemail. I sent it. And then she like immediately sent a message back. And she's like, I'm fine. I'm glad you finally came to your senses and apologized or something like
One final.
Yeah, just one more. And she's like, when are you going to have your baby? And I'm like, I'm in so much pain. I threw my phone. And then I didn't look at my phone again.
Mm-hmm.
So, but after sending the apology, like literally like maybe 15 minutes later, my water broke.
Wow.
And they say like so much of childbirth is emotional. Like I've read so many like things about how women's like it's all about the female line and like your uterus, that's the portal to the other thing. So I do think getting things right with my mom was really important. Like maybe I was something I was holding on to. And I was having
like
a
karmic
daughter
tie that needed to be wrapped up.
Exactly. And I think also because I'm having a daughter, I was like, I can't bring my daughter into this negative mother-daughter energy.
Yeah.
We need to be right. Yeah, I think so. And we haven't fought since. That's the other beauty of having a child. If you have problems with your parents, have a baby. They forgive you for a lot of things. So I have my water breaks in my living room. I can show you the spot when you come over. And you can stand right there. You're like, this is where it was.
It's like a vortex in Sedona.
Do you feel it? And then I was like, oh, I'm going to have my baby so soon. And then no. We call the midwife and she's like, yeah, it's not time for me to come over yet. And like, how do you know? She's like, this doesn't sound right.
She's like, it's the vibes.
Yeah, that's exactly. They're witches. They're just like, I can feel you. And so the doula's there at this point and she's like trying to help me in the house. And like, I kind of, in retrospect, I wish I didn't have anyone there for longer. Like, even though we had them, the doula came because she knew I was nervous and Derek was nervous. But I think it would have been easier if it was just us, because then I could have I wish I just put on the TV or something, like I was so in it, which also was good. Yeah. I'm glad I was like really focused on it, but it might have been nicer to just, watch some Real Housewives and like forget about the pain a little bit.
Yeah. But also you don't know, and it's your first time experiencing that, and it's such a big, obviously medical thing that you're like,
yeah,
you
have like, I want someone here. It made me feel better, but I would have been better off, I think, alone. It's just nothing like experiencing pain in front of people. It's kind of embarrassing. Derek said I'm
embarrassed to have a baby.
It was a little embarrassing. Derek said I didn't really cry much, and I'm like, I was grunting. So around, I guess, midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning, they got nervous. They were all like, oh, we got to start encouraging. They started giving me all this stuff to drink and eat to like help it move things along. It all tasted terrible. And then at 3 in the morning, they put me in a hot pool tub that they put into my living room. And at this point, I was like, I'm definitely having the baby. Because in all the videos, you watch a lot of videos of women giving birth. It's like, who the fuck takes these videos? In all the videos, they have their baby in the pool. I'm in there for 2 hours and they're like, okay, get out of the pool. And like, are you kidding me? Why is my baby not? They're like, well, your contractions are slowing down because you're too comfortable in the pool. The pool makes you feel much more comfortable. Oh. They call it nature's epidural water. And so we got to get your contractions closer together so that, because if you don't have the baby soon, we're going to have to it can be dangerous. So I'm like, can I at least get in the shower? And they're like, yeah. So I get in the shower and I thought I was in there for 15 minutes. Derek was like, you were in there for 2 hours. Just grunting. And then, also you're in the shower naked grunting and there's 3 people outside just like, are you, just keep breathing. And then my midwives are like, you feel like you're bearing down? I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, you feel like you need to push? I'm like, yes, I've been pushing. And so they put me on the bed and you start feeling like you need to push. And I guess I could have done it sitting or standing. Like a lot of women talk about like walking and standing. My midwife was like, you should do it on the toilet because it's like feel like you're pushing poop. But I hated that. That hurt more. So it ended up being like on my bed, and like you have like two women like holding your legs and my husband next to me, and they're like, push. And that I also thought was maybe like 30 minutes. Derek said it took like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And you're pushing, and the pushing is the best. So much better because you're like finally doing something. It's like working out. And I felt her like because it takes so long. You like feeling each bit of her head coming out. I felt her eyes opening and shutting within me.
Whoa.
It's so weird. I have like a vivid memory of it and how it felt. And I'm like, oh my God, like she's right there. And at some point they were like, oh my gosh, she has so much hair. Did you come out with hair? I'm like, I'm fucking giving birth. I don't remember. And her head pops out, and then they want you to wait till the next contraction because they don't want you to like hurt yourself. And so when you feel the urge to push, you push again, and then the body just out.
Because once you get the shoulders out, it's like a water slide.
Oh,
right?
it's so easy.
Yeah.
Like they kind of like just slithered her out, and she came out. She was so white. Like
Derek's like,
he's like, what? She was so well, they're covered in this like white stuff, like it looks like cum.
Of course, yeah.
They're covered in like just that, and she's so beautiful. She's still so beautiful.
Yeah, she's such a cute baby.
But it was so crazy, and you're just so exhausted, and you're like, oh my God, it's over. And you think that you're like, now I can rest. But no,
But
then
you
you have
can't,
to
'cause
be a
now you have a
parent.
newborn.
Yeah. So yeah, you should totally have a baby.
That's
It's
beautiful.
27 hours of awesomeness.
I used to be so like convinced that I did not want kids.
Mhm.
And then when my nephew was born, it changed my mind. He's so cool.
I bet.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's going to be 2 at the end of February.
Oh.
Yeah. He's actually a leap year baby, so he doesn't technically have, he was born on the 29th.
Whoa.
So
he's
they
not
kind of do
even-
his birthday like March 1st.
That must be so strange
Yeah,
as
I
a
had
kid
never
to like
even met
understand the
one.
concept.
Yeah.
I've met one before, I think in college. That's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could have like a really special birthday
Every
when
4
it's
years.
actually your
Yeah.
birthday.
Totally.
Wow. Does he live in Cleveland?
He's in LA,
Oh
actually.
yeah, you said your sister lives.
Yeah. It's my brother and his wife.
Brother and his wife.
Yeah. And so they are there, and it's just been so cool, like watching him. And that's like the worst part of moving out here is that I used to be able to see him. Like I didn't like to let more than 2-3 weeks go by without seeing him. I was like always going down and visiting. He was like a half hour away. And just like every phase of, oh, now he's walking. Oh, now he knows a couple of words. Oh, now his vocabulary is 50 words. Now it's 100 words. And just like seeing him each time, and him like, he knows I'm Gaga, so he calls me Gaga, and like
Gaga
totally understands.
I love that.
Yeah. So that just, and he also, I do think, is like a deceptively easy baby. So it might
that's nice.
probably be like inaccurate depiction of what parenthood is like.
They say every baby is different.
They say every baby's different, and just seeing a child who was so wanted and so planned for, and in such a ready environment of like, my brother and his wife have great jobs, are super set up, have a very healthy relationship. Like they couldn't have been more prepared for parenthood.
Yeah.
And I do think that, and they say like, if you're really nervous during pregnancy, if you have like cortisol spikes, you're going to have like a more anxious baby. So I think just her kind of like handling the pregnancy well and being like very chill and like, keeping up with working out and eating healthy and all that stuff. I think that contributes to having a chill baby.
I should have done that. My baby is chill. She's really happy.
That's great.
But she's so awake all the time. Because they tell you like you got to put the baby down when they're like drowsy. And like my baby's either awake or she is asleep. There's no drowsy. Like she's sometimes awake and really mad. Is that what you mean by drowsy? Like right before bed? And then you'll see other babies and they're just so like, I don't want to say sedated, but sometimes I'm like, should we have gotten the epidural? All these other babies like just are like just in the stroller, don't care. They're like, that's fine. My baby's like, no, I need to see everything. I think we accommodate her a little too much. But I like it.
But that's a good thing.
Does your nephew look like you?
No, so it's actually my stepbrother, so we don't technically share any
Okay.
DNA.
I was gonna say it's kind of funny if he looks like you and you're like,
Mhm.
this is what it would be like.
Yeah.
Because I
But
think my
similar
brother's
enough, because even like my stepbrother looks like we're both Russian Jews, so
okay.
it's not that like it's passing.
Okay. That's interesting because I never knew what Ravina was.
Yeah, it's
That's Jewish
Mhm.
or Russian?
yeah.
I always assumed it was Hispanic.
Technically, my dad's from Belarus.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Wow.
And then I'm also the only Ravina. So there's this weird thing with Soviet names where a woman gets an A tacked onto the end of her last name. And so like my dad is Ravine and then I'm
And then you're
Ravina.
Ravina.
And it's like that through our whole like lineage where the woman always gets an A.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's some weirdo
What?
fucking USSR shit.
Okay, so it's not like a religious thing. It's a
Yeah, it's just a cultural thing.
whoa.
Mhm.
That's why I'm like, well, I gotta go like read up. So wait, is it everyone Russian or just
Basically, I just call it Soviet now as just like a blanket statement because I used to and I identify with being Russian, but
yeah?
like once the war in Ukraine started, I didn't know what to say anymore and I kind of switched up my language because I'm from Ukraine, but I speak Russian and identify
Okay.
culturally with Russians because Ukraine became very like nationalist, obviously. I think probably in 2014 when Crimea got invaded, they all of a sudden started taking a lot more pride in like speaking Ukrainian in the cities and
Okay.
teaching it in the schools and like adapting it more. When I was there, first of all, it was the USSR when I was born. So it was just the USSR. Like Ukraine was just like a territory. And so I grew up speaking Russian and it's the same. I just was like, oh, they're interchangeable. And now I say Soviet because now I'm like, oh, I don't want to identify with Russia because of the war, but
Well,
I want to
yeah.
explain to people that I'm from Ukraine. And I just kind of feel like in this weird lost space, but also they like kicked all the Jews out basically. Like in the late 80s, early 90s, there was like rampant anti-Semitism. And
Is that why your family moved here?
yeah, so we were able to come to America on religious asylum.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting. How old are you?
5.
Whoa. So do you have memories of that? Like,
just trauma.
just trauma,
Just a couple traumatic things that stuck out that I like kept thinking about later.
It's
and now it's just a
basically
memory of a memory.
It's just basically like the first bit of the American Tail where like the cats are running. You remember that with the mouse?
A little bit, yeah.
You should rewatch it. It's really lining up with your life story. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I always was like, I think she's Hispanic. She doesn't look Hispanic, but I don't know what Ravina is.
I thought there was like a part of me that was like, is this a Hispanic name? What happened in our lineage? And there's some, I think it's like, what do you call it? Like, I don't think this is true. I think this is like family lore.
Oh.
But somewhere in my dad's lineage that some ancestors of his were like breeding horses for the Romanovs or something for like the old Tsar of Russia, and that like when that whole family got killed and the whole Anastasia.
I've seen Anastasia.
Yeah. Allegedly, when that happened, they like fled, and maybe they fled to Spain, and maybe that's where they got that name. I have no idea. It's lore, so I don't know if it's true, but it would be cool. It's a cool story.
Wow. Do you like the Hollywood version of all that stuff? Like, or do you feel like it's like really? Oh,
yeah,
okay, you do.
Yeah, I love although it's like Russians are always the bad guy in every like James Bond film and everything, and like it's always portrayed in a negative way, but I like that it's portrayed. Period.
Have you watched The Americans?
No, I need to.
I know I haven't watched it either. It's on my list of things to watch, but I know it's about like Russian spies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I don't know why, but it's like I didn't know this about you. This is so good. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
Wait, have you? No, I'm just gonna keep saying Russian stuff. I was like, have you seen this show? Did you watch the show with Elle Fanning and where she's like I think it's called The Great.
The Great.
Yeah.
I was actually going to bring that up earlier when you brought up Bridgerton because I tried to watch it and I couldn't get into it. I think because it's a period piece.
Well, you won't like Bridgerton if you didn't like The Great because it's still it's about the same amount of period piece because they have like there's little like tongue in cheek, But if you didn't like that, you probably wouldn't like Bridgerton.
I gotta maybe give it another try. Maybe like the version of me that I am today would like it, because this was like a few years ago when I tried it and I just like couldn't get into it. It might have been where I was in my life too.
I really enjoyed it. What's his face is very funny. I don't know his name. The actor from The Menu.
Oh, yes.
He was also Hank in X-Men. This is most
I like that
most
guy.
actors are just
Yeah, I like that guy.
but he's very good.
He was in an amazing vampire comedy movie.
Vampire comedy.
I gotta find. You would love it.
Yeah, I
I'll
love
figure
weird
out
stuff.
the name later.
I love a good comedy that's like, why are we doing vampire comedy? Have you watched what's the other vampire comedy? What with We Do in the Shadows?
No, but I need to.
That's
I
really
forgot
good.
that I wanted to watch that show.
It's really good. And then they have the movie, which the show started from, was like the original Kiwi New Zealander movie, and then they made the show. But both are very good. You can't go wrong.
I love that kind of stuff.
I could spend the whole day just talking about shows.
Well, I could spend the whole day talking to you, but we've
This has
probably
been
been
really
going
fun.
for about an hour. So,
Oh,
Sam
yeah.
Lopez, please tell people where they can find you. Plug anything you want to plug.
You can find me at Best Sam Lopez on Instagram. Really at Best Sam Lopez on any platform. It's normally me. And yeah, follow my Instagram. I'm trying to make more sketches, so hopefully we'll see some of those soon.
Amazing. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for being my inaugural episode.
Oh my God, thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
This was really fun. And thank you everybody for listening. Bye.